So I watched the whole thing like twice. It didn't take me an hour because obviously if I'm just in my head watching it, then it only takes like 5 minutes, especially if I fast forward. You guys lost this last game. I know everybody was tired. It was the last game of the night. Greg got MVP W, but the reason you guys lost this game is three reasons. Positioning. Positioning was definitely a little suspicious. Your resets weren't quick enough. Like you guys already lost a fight and people are still like standing in the middle of nowhere just trying to duke it out when you're on offense. If you're on offense and the like fight is lost, get the fuck out of there and get back with your team as soon as possible. Because the more time you waste doing nothing, the longer the clock is still ticking, you're gonna run out of time. And that's actually why you guys didn't make it to the end. I was watching the last point and I was like, they ran out of time already? And I was like, and then I realized I was like, oh yeah, yeah, all the times they weren't resetting or whatever, whatever, whatever. But so let's look at the beginning of this first fight. I don't want to make this too long because I've never done this before. I don't know if I make it over like 5 minutes, I just won't be able to send it anywhere. But so you're running this guy, that girl, this guy. Personally, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to play your character, right? But personally, I don't like going flanks at the very beginning of the game because you have no idea what they have. And if you have no idea what they have, you might be flanking triple support over there, and then you'll die to Gambit, Cloak, and Jeff just shooting you down, or you just won't get any kills, and the whole team will turn around and kill you before you can do anything. And that's kind of what happens to you there, right? This Wolverine sees you, comes at you real quick, and then you end up dying. I'm not gonna watch you die because this just takes so long, but like you already got a pick, your team already got a pick here. If you were in the front here, you'd be able to push super easy. Unfortunately, you're 1v1ing a Wolverine over there. Um, but yeah, and the problem with you dying over here is that if you're down a tank, you can't push. Like, so, like, you die here, and your team is gonna try to push, like, really, really, really hard. Like, watch, and they just can't. There's just too much damage. Another tank in the front would help absorb that damage, so it would be easier to push. So, yeah, that's just one mistake. And either way, guys, like, you're not pushing here. You know you're missing your Thor. Just back up. Back up. We don't want to take a risk of other people dying, which is almost what happens here. Actually, I think he does die. All right, your Thor is here. But you guys should have played it safe because you didn't have a Thor. Everybody should have been like, all right, Eliel's dead. Let's all back up and wait for him to come back. Because right now you're just feeding their support alt charges, feeding you. I mean, you're getting support alt charge too, but and boom, he dies. So again, now it's still a 5v6. Like after Eliel died, you guys should have backed off. Because you didn't back off, this guy died. It's still in a bad situation, and look how much time we're wasting. Like, if Eliel either didn't die here, or at least he didn't try to 1v on the Wolverine and just came back, or even after he died, if you guys would have just backed up, you wouldn't be wasting so much time because now you have to wait for this guy to come back. However, you guys don't wait for him to come back. And good thing that DPS is ass. And what ends up happening is this. So Eliel unfortunately goes around the corner so he can't get healed. But I don't know who this Strange is. I don't exactly know who he is, but he pulls up a crazy play here and kills both supports. This is the reason you won the first point, because he did this crazy play. So kudos to you. Whoever gets picked off, it doesn't matter because the fight is basically already won. You still have one support up. He's dead, and now it's just Strange. You guys clean him up pretty quick. Yeah, whatever. 10 speed. Cool, nice. So what can we get from this encounter? If you want to go on a flank, right, wait for the optimal opportunity. Because if you go all the way in the back over there, now you're doing a 1v3 or 2. Hopefully you get one pick. But if you die, even if you get one trade, it's a 5v5, and it's hard to push with a 5v5. You need 2 tanks to push properly. I'm not saying you can't do it, but obviously wait to the proper time. They use resources that you got to pick. All right, time to go on an off angle and dive. But straight from the beginning of the game, and you don't know that they have a Wolverine, so he caught you by surprise. It's tough. And likewise to everyone else, like if he died, like just wait for him to come back. It's a good thing that the Strange pulled off a play there, but how often is that going to happen, right? All right, whatever. I'm going to end this recording.